guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I have a very empty garage here, just the key in there right now. So what we're doing today is we're going to go to Tech 9. They've got my car, as you know from the last video, and they said they're going to start working on it. They're going to fit the new front suspension today. So, and they asked me if I want to go down. The problem is I can't go in the workshop like I normally do because of COVID and everything. So, but we're going to go down. I'm going to have a look at the new equipment that they've got there. And yeah, and we'll see what happens. It'd be nice to see the car as well, because I'm Porsche-less right now. Alright guys, let's get on the road. Now, in a previous video I mentioned that I wouldn't be refitting the Öhlins because I'd lost confidence in this equipment, and I suppose time will tell on that one. But I spoke to Phil and he said that they've come up with a great solution, and he explained that because of the position of the suspension in a four-wheel drive 911, it's sort of at such an angle that it's quite it's under stress, and suspension that Öhlins had fitted, or the suspension that Öhlins had made, didn't account for that stress, and so some of the suspension units were failing. That's the problem. That was the problem. So he said, but what Phil said from Tech 9 is that they've supplied the new suspension. They've teamed up with another company, which name I don't remember right now, but to supply top mounts that are specific for the turbo or the four-wheel drive, the all-wheel drive 911s. And he said it's a really nice setup. And he said he thinks I should have it fitted and then try it for a while. So there's another reason why I'm doing that as well, because the suspension I was going to have fitted is still in testing. So they didn't tell me that at the time. It's been out for years, but they've come up with a new system now that has they call it a touring package, and as such it comes with the standard top mounts, and then they have ball joints, or not ball joints, drop links. I have drop links on there, and I don't know, and they're testing it. So all of a sudden I was in the sort of similar situation. Do I want to fit a system that has not been tested properly? Am I going to be essentially a beta tester for that system? Oh, look at that. Okay. You know you're here when you see a 356, a 944 turbo, is that? It looks like a turbo. And then you've got a 997 GT2 over there. I love coming here because it's like coming home. It sounds funny, but there's just so many nice cars when I come here every time. So over there you've got a very, very special 997 GT2. And then we've got a 944 turbo, and then a 356. So this is a very special car. I've seen lots of stuff about it online as well. It's a 997 GT2. It's not a GT2RS. It's a 997 GT2, which is originally they had about 530 horsepower. This one has been modified. Is an understatement on this car. This car has had a blueprinted engine. It's been increased from 3.6 to 3.9, so it's a 3.9 litre engine. It's limited to 830 horsepower, and that's based on the clutch. Apparently, the clutch, the limitations of the clutch that's installed means it can only have 830 horsepower. It's a manual 997 GT2, quite something. So one of the things they do at Tech 9 is that they do a lot of restorations with other companies. So like if someone has a full restoration done, maybe the bodywork gets done in one place, and then they bring it here to Tech 9 and they'll do like suspension and engine, stuff like that, and they do all the mechanicals. And I think you'll agree with me that these things are a work of art, right? Absolutely fantastic. We're looking at the car, and it's up on the ramp here, and they've already dismantled one side of the car, so we'll just have a quick look to show you what they've done. So the whole hub has been removed, with the brakes and everything on it, so they can fit the new strut. So this is the gear that they've just removed, and you can see here, this is the top mount, and this is an original top mount. This is the original 997 turbo top mount, and that was the problem actually. This top mount is not, when it gets worn, you get play in the top of the suspension strut here, and then this gets a lot of pressure on it and then it fails. So what Öhlins have done is applied the new stuff, but they've also teamed up with this company, supplied Elephant Racing ball jointed top mounts. So nice and shiny, they're going to go on the car, and it shows in the instructions here to not use the original top mounts. Alright, so the only things that are not here, clutch and the exhaust system, still not arrived, so we'll just have to wait for those, and I'll probably come back when they do arrive and I'll show you them on the table. Alright guys, it's super freezing here, so I'm just leaving Tech 9 now. I'm going to finish the video here because it's super cold and I want to get warmed up. So I'm going to come back next week, see how they're getting on with the car. Like I said, that all they've got in right now is a suspension, and they've got the exhaust manifolds and catalytic converters, which I gave them last week. And we're just waiting for the exhaust system and the clutch. So what do you think of this 997 GT2? I bet he's put some money into that. A blueprinted engine, 3.9 litre engine, limited to 830 horsepower. That's incredible. Anyway guys, I'm going to finish here. We've got a lot of stuff to do on the car, full exhaust system like I said, but the system is not here yet. As soon as that system arrives, then I'm going to come back and get some footage of it, because I think that's it's going to be awesome. So alright guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, because it really helps get the video recommended to other people, and I'll catch up with you soon. Alright guys, bye.